everyone. Welcome to our Monday morning meditation. So I just lost you. There we go. Now we're all set up. So good to see you all this morning. Happy Mother's Day for all of you who are mothers and nurturing whatever you're nurturing in your world right now, in your life, whether it is other people or hopefully yourself or projects. Maybe you have a garden that you're nurturing. All of that is that mother energy and those mother qualities that we all have within us. So we celebrate that today for sure. So thank you for being here. And what I was thinking of for our time together today is about choice and choosing choosing where our mind is going, choosing what thoughts we're thinking. And when thoughts are coming up that we don't want to be in, or mind is going in a direction that we don't care for, sometimes when we notice that, we can feel that it's easy to bring our mind away from that. And sometimes it's difficult to do that. And I want to kind of look at the times that it's difficult, because the times that it's easy, we don't have to spend a lot of time talking about, we just do it, right? But when it's difficult, sometimes it's just okay to notice that, okay, it's difficult, but our attention, we're just going to place it on something, on a direction that we want it to be going. And even though that mind can be so loud, those thoughts coming in can be so loud, if we keep our intention for our attention on where we want our minds to be going, then it loosens the mind's grip on that other train of thought. Let me think. For example, I think diets and weight loss are such a common and familiar example for all of us. I think we all can relate with that a little bit. And so I like to use that as examples a lot, because it's just such a um, accessible example for us. So if the mind, I had somebody in a class one time years ago, we were talking about affirmations and how affirmations focus us, and we can use affirmations in our meditation time like we did last week. But we can also use affirmations throughout the day to help steer our mind where we want our minds to go. And this person in this class was sharing that she was working on changing her eating habits. And she noticed, because we were talking about affirmations in class, she noticed, she's like, I noticed that I'm walking around all day going, I'm hungry. She's trying to cut back on whatever she was trying to cut back on at the time. This was many years ago. Um, and she said she noticed, I was just walking around all day long saying, I'm hungry. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. She said, so I caught myself doing that. I didn't even know that was what was going on in my mind all day. And I just went, okay, well, I'm satiated. I'm full. I'm happy. And she pulled on other things. I'm satiated was her affirmation that she used. And she said, I just focused on that instead. And I wasn't hungry all the time. All of a sudden, I wasn't hungry all the time. And she said it made a huge difference to the flow of my day, to how I was feeling, to what I was eating, to all the actions that came after that. And so it's such a great, great, great example of, first of all, being that observer self of our thoughts, and seeing where our thoughts are going. Are our thoughts going somewhere positive? Are our thoughts being mean to us? Are our thoughts focusing on what we don't want instead of what we do want? That makes a huge difference, because our attention goes, our energy goes to what we're focusing on. So if we're focusing on even the thing that we don't want, then our energy goes towards that. Like, another analogy is When we're riding a bicycle or driving a car, if we're looking off to the side, our car is going to go into a direction we don't want it to go, or our bicycle will move into a direction we don't want to go. So we want our focus on the outside, like when we're riding a bicycle or driving a car, to be going in the direction that we want to be going and paying attention to that. But that is also true for our insides. When our mind is focused, when our attention, our awareness is focused on where we want to be, then it's easier to stay away from those areas of thought that we don't want to be in. So today we're going to practice that, being centered and focusing on what we do want. Where do we want to be? So I invite you right now, as you're getting comfortable in your chair, in your meditation space, that sacred space that you've created, I invite you to think about where you want your mind to be. Where do you want your whole self to be? Perhaps it's just peace, peace, peace. Perhaps it's feeling more protected. Perhaps it's feeling more taken care of. Perhaps it's simply more positive. It doesn't even have to be more, it can just be. So we turn those into those I am statements like we used last week. I am peace. I am peace. And the mind pulls us into the direction of what we don't want. And we can say, I am peace. I am not that. I am peace. I am not that thought that comes up and occupies my attention. I am peace. I invite you to take some deep breaths. Really settle even more into that inner choice that we're making this morning. Within you, you know where you want to be. You know where you want to reside within. When you say that statement, that I am statement of where you want to be, I am peace, I am protected, I am loved, I am centered, whatever that is for you today, I invite you just to really take that into your heart. And this isn't a matter of convincing ourselves, it's just a matter of acceptance. I am this peace. I am this home. I am this center. I am protected. I am uplifted. I am positivity. And if you can imagine that as you state your affirmation of the truth that you are, that you feel that speaking within your heart, feel the vibration of your voice, your inner voice in your heart. And as your voice speaks, it clears your heart of everything else, not by force, just by being. It's by the presence of your attention in your heart. And repeat your affirmation. Let it be the only thing your mind is focused on right now. Let it be as much as possible the only words going through your mind. And it can help to be speaking inwardly that affirmation from that heart space, not focused in your head, but focused in your heart. We can use those body sensations, putting our awareness into our heart. That helps us stay out of the myriad of thoughts going through the head. I am peace. I am protected. I am whole. I am love. I am uplifted. I am positive. I am cared for. Whatever your statement is, continue repeating it. You might be able to feel that the energy of that statement move through every cell of your body and all around you. Just let it fill you right now. This isn't a matter of convincing the mind of one thing or another. It's just about claiming the truth of that statement that belongs to you. You can even spend time on each word of the statement you are claiming. I am love. I, I am peace. And if your mind wants to take you away to some other topic or some other false belief, just gently, 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 gently ignore, ignore those other thoughts and return, just return to your truth, your statement of truth. And as we focus on this one truth, we become more connected to what it means, connected to the fact that this really is who we are. It's already there. There's nothing more to do. There's nothing to work toward. It's just being aware of the truth. It's reminding the mind, it's reminding the heart, it's reminding the intelligence within every cell of the body. It's reminding our conscious mind to live from this truth and not any other false belief that the mind has stored somewhere along the way. The random thoughts of the mind are just records of stored experience, not truth, just storage. When we claim an aspect of truth, like we've been doing this morning, it enlivens that truth in every atom and cell of our body, our minds, our heart, our awareness. And that truth becomes more readily available to us throughout the day, throughout every person we talk with, throughout every experience, every task, every moment. And if you can sit with your statement of truth this morning or longer, I invite you to do so. If you need to go about your day, I invite you to take a deep breath or two with this affirmation. Feel it grounded within you. And I invite you to and encourage you to just take that one statement and work with it all day, all week. Use the same one for a whole week and see what happens. See how it changes you. See how it aligns you with that truth consciously. Thank you for joining me today with this time. It's always a pleasure, and I'm so grateful for this time together. It supports me too. So thank you for being here today, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Bye bye.